What's up, hiringadrone.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing the UDIRC U27 UFO mini quadcopter. So I received this in the mail and I was able to take it for a test flight. When I did get it, it looked like the box had been opened. The controller was slightly damaged here, and it looks like the drone had been flown. It's got some markings which are kind of telltale signs that someone flew this and probably smacked it into a wall or two and decided to return it and possibly even drop the controller in the process. So just wanted to go over it. If you're thinking about buying it, it definitely is a good buy. I'm going to return mine and get a new one, which I paid for. But just to kind of go over some of the features. So it does have these prop guards on them. They are removable. I'm not sure how it flies without it. Does have these little bumpers down here, which do come in handy for landing. Take some of the cushion off. The lighting and orientation on this were excellent, flying it at night. So this lights up white, and this one lights up red. And then you have your blue eyes, so you know when you're in the downward pitch, or your orientation while you're flying. This is very, very sturdy compared to some of the other drones with this similar model style. These engines are extremely powerful for this type of drone and this kind of mini nano class. Has excellent lift. The battery pack is fairly heavy, so this thing was able to lift up. One of the special things about this drone is that it can fly inverted. So there's a special button where you can flip it upside down to fly it like this if you choose to, and flip it right side back up. It does 180-degree turns. Overall, I mean, turning in a 360, fairly quick, handles very well. The only thing that I did notice, I'm not sure if it's because this drone has been used, I did notice that some wear and tear on the battery pack, which could lead to be that this drone has been flown quite a bit, or possibly, just batteries weren't charged long enough. I didn't do a full 70-minute charge, but when I got close to the ground, I could not accelerate fast enough to lift it up off of the ground without touching down and then having to restart over. Other than that, this back end here with the battery bay, this works out good. This plug for the battery, where you plug it in, it's a little cockeyed and it's in a downward angle. So if you're trying to do this at night, you stick the battery in here. You obviously want it to match whenever you're sticking it in there. So you want this end up. You can pre-put it in there first before sliding in the battery, or slide the battery in there. It's just a little bit of hard to connect. I do like that it's in there though, so you don't have a bunch of exposed wires hanging out like some of the other drones in this class. But I mean, that's really the only knocks that I could find on it. It flew good, hovered well, with the controller involved. This controller's really, really cool. These little nodules on the stick help for kind of precise flying. It does have a screen on it, which is also pretty neat. This is in like the $49 class, but you can do your trim down, trim up, beeps whenever you hit it. It tells you kind of how much range you have. It also tells you what kind of mode you're in. Camera, I don't have a camera on mine. Video, and then also your 360 flips. You have your trim buttons here, and then you have your speed modes. H is for high, L is for low, M is for medium. But overall handled very, very well. very pleased with that. Does take 4 AAA batteries. A little excessive, but you know, to have that screen on there, that's what you need. The only thing that would be nice is if this lit up at night, because it doesn't. You know, it's just only in the day you'd be able to see this. So night flying, it's kind of useless. So you gotta do it the old-fashioned way and listen for the beeps. But it does tell you your percentages: 100% up, 0, 30. So you know, it seems like you can do your 360 rotations without losing a ton of speed there or a ton of power. You know, if you can get it just right, you won't be losing any. So controller, definitely a thumbs up. Charger, just a cheap little USB charger. Plugs in, plug your battery pack into that. These battery packs that it comes with are 450s, so they're fairly heavy. Between the two of them, because it does come with 2, you know, you're gonna get some flight time out of it. Not fully charged. I think I got probably close to, I don't know, I'd say about 4 minutes before, you know, it started hovering and not being able to pull up and touching down. No indication on the controller. I don't know if it does beep. I didn't notice it at all of when the battery was low. Lights flickered just a little bit, but you know, who knows what's up with this controller. It could be broken, so I'm gonna have to take that back. But overall, excellent buy. I'll attach a video of a night flight. Didn't get to fly this during the day. Nice thing is that it is black, so you know, if you do decide to fly during the day, you'll definitely be able to see it. It's a mid-size, so you know, you'll be able to get some footage of it if you do choose to. This one does seem like there's a way to mount the camera on it. With other models like this, there's a camera board that typically can go in there. And you know, I mean, if you look at these motors, I mean, these things are pretty beefed up for this class. And when it actually is hovering, I mean, it makes, you know, quite a bit of noise. You know, a cheaper version of this would be, let's say, like the X11 Hornet from the SEMA brand. They're almost identical, but you know, you can see this one works off of the motors below here, which aren't very big. Then you have your gears up top, whereas this one here, where the motor is exposed, wiring runs below it. But I mean, you can see how much bigger, you know, the motors are between the two. Now this one's only about $20, not quite as good, but you know, definitely a good buy for the price. If this video helped you out in any way, definitely give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe.